in our community, especially your advocacy on behalf of Asian and Pacific Islanders. I want to say in advance what a privilege it is to be speaking to soon-to-be my fellow Americans. The beauty of being an American is that we all subscribe not to an ethnicity, not to a religion, not to a political philosophy or a party. We subscribe to certain abstract principles that unite us. And Thomas Jefferson enumerated some of them. He said among them, and he called them inalienable rights, not aspirations, not things we hope we might achieve. These are rights we assert in our founding documents. And among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now that third one, in the 18th century, must have caused a lot of head scratching. Pursuit of happiness. It's a right that gives us incredible freedom in America. And once you're here, you never again have to worry about what you say, or even how you say it, or what you choose to believe, or not believe, or whether you wish to be part of an organization that expresses itself politically in various and sundry forms. You never have to worry about that knock on the door from the government asking you, what are you up to? And don't do it again. Not here. Not here. And so I urge you, after you take that oath, get involved. Get involved in your community. Volunteer, mentor, give back to this incredible place. And remember how important you are to the future of this country. America has always been renewed citizens by its new arrivals. I am the product, the third generation of an immigrant. My grandmother immigrated in 1920 from Ireland. I don't think she ever thought that her grandson would be a member of Congress, but that's what America offers, that opportunity. And it's available to you, it's available to your children and your grandchildren. And you're going to make us all proud to be Americans, and you're going to remind us that this is the land of opportunity, because you're going to fulfill that opportunity, and you're going to make us even better as Americans because you're here. God bless you, and congratulations.
Congressional message will be provided by Dr. Tu Lee, an naturalized American citizen like Vietnam. After the fall of Saigon, he and his family worked very hard to create a new life here in Fairfax County. In 1979, Dr. Lee received a PhD in Educational Administration and Supervision and became one of the first Asian Americans to serve as assistant principal, first at Jeff Stewart High School in 1980 and at George C. Marshall High School in Virginia in 1992. He will share with us lessons in his life as a naturalized American who has overcome adversity and has contributed so much to strengthening our crucial educational system here in our home, Fairfax County, Virginia. Dr.
Congressman Kamali, Madam Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I was born in a small city south of Hanoi, and World War II came when I was only 8. I've seen 2 million people who died of starvation in the spring of 1945. We were occupied by the Chinese for 1,000 years. We were under the French for 100 years. We were with war, the Vietnam War, for over 10 years. So I grew up in the war. I have the privilege of working alongside the U.S. Navy for many years, when I served 21 years in the South Vietnamese Navy. I commanded 7 ships in the war. And luckily, we are here. We are immigrants. We are refugees. I became a refugee in 1975. My wife and children were airlifted from Saigon to Guam at a refugee camp called Overton Point, and then a refugee camp in Fort Chaffee, Arkansas. Finally, we settled here in Fairfax County. Of course, with 5 members of my family who left with just 2 changes of clothing. We left everything behind. We lost our house, our car, and my brilliant career in the Navy. I could have been chief naval operation. But we start our new life. I sent out 50 resumes and got 1 single interview. And was hired as a math teacher in a private school in Washington, D.C. It was an all-boys school. I had to teach 6 classes, 40 boys each. Of course, half of my students didn't want to learn. So it was very difficult for me as a high-ranking officer. I could order, my sailors to do whatever. But here, it was tough. But I hang out and I said, this is my first job in this country. I can't quit. But I managed to keep them quiet and learn. I'll tell you a random success story with those kids later. And next year, in the fall, 1966, I was very fortunate to get a job teaching ESL in the summer at Compton High School. And I remember Dr. Esther Eisenhower was the coordinator of ESL. She watched me taught, she brought in other people, and finally, in September, I was hired. I was assigned to Stewart High School as an ESL teacher for 4 years. Stewart High School at that time was very diverse. There are 87% of minority speaking 75 different languages. There were many fights. I was in the middle of 50 kids fighting in the cafeteria and was able to break their fights. So I was famous. So many times I was teaching, I would pull out of my class, I go to Berlin High School, Fort Church High School, to break fights. So, in 1980, I was appointed Human Relations Specialist for Yale office. So I worked at all of the elementary school, middle school, and high school in Area 2. And after 2 years, the things that Stewart didn't improve, so I was sent back there as an assistant principal. And I was able to bring the kids together with the officer Al Santiago, and the police officer Jeff Stewart, organized a club called SAVE, Student Against a Violent Environment. So all the kids had been in a fight, had to sit down, like at the Paris Peace Talk conference, and learn about working together, learn about tolerance, and avoid discrimination. I took them to a high school in DC, Woodson High School, and they saw that as terrible. I took them to Philadelphia inner city school, and they said, that's bad. Stewart is still great. So together, we built a Japanese garden in the courtyard of Jeff Stewart. And Channel 9 television came and do a documentary called How Stewart High School Come Back Racism. My kids are very proud. After school, on Friday, night dances, and they have dance together. And I organized what we call International Nights and Week. And the kids are so proud, to wear their costume and to show off their talents, on stage. And pretty soon, everybody is okay. So after that, I worked at Marshall High School, and because of my skill in human relations, I was also hired to teach graduate courses for George Mason and UVA. The course is called Human Relations for Educators for 14 years. I was very happy to be working for Fairfax County for 24 years. And I always remember and be grateful for the people who hired me. And believe me, please work in education. Fairfax County school system is one of the top 10 systems in the country. The pay is good. And you started as a teacher, you make at least $17,000. If you're an administrator like me, you can make $100,000 each year. I retired in the year 2000, and I had a good pension. I can enjoy life. My wife and I, we traveled 3 times all over the world. So this is a country of opportunity. Believe me, work hard, study hard, and contribute. For the last 13 years, after retiring to the school system, my wife and I worked with Sue E. and people in elderly. We took classes in what is called chronic disease self-management. We taught classes for seniors to learn how to avoid falls, how to manage their diabetic situation, or even heart condition. And my wife worked for 5 years as a volunteer ombudsman. She visited 3 nursing homes each week, and she's still now answering calls at the Fairfax County information line for the senior citizen. And we got a call not only in her office, but at home. In the middle of the night, any senior who need answers and help for anything, transportation, Medicare, Medicaid, housing, they call us, and we help them. We have a large community of Vietnamese in this area. We helped to build a Vietnamese Catholic community. Started with 25 families, and now we are 9,000 families. 9,000 people, I'm sorry, 2,500 families. So we multiplied by 1 year.